10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Stand by, Colby.
3, 2, 1. Black, stand.
Live with coverage you can count on. This is News 2 at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Brendan Clark.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Murray. We begin with breaking news. The Coast Guard has suspended its search for missing kayaker Dean Britt. Britt is one of 2 kayakers who disappeared from Folly Beach on Saturday. He and Logan Brown set out to kayak to Morris Island around 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Near 10 p.m., they were reported missing. Rescuers found Brown around 2:30 yesterday afternoon, but more than 48 hours later, still no sign of Britt.
Boxes.
News 2's Colby Thielen has been on this story since the weekend and joins us now from the Coast Guard station for the very latest information. Colby, what have you found out?
QQQ, Colby's up.
Yeah, we were notified about 40 minutes ago that this is no longer a search and rescue mission, but a recovery mission. Right now, I'm being joined live by Petty Officer Steve Lehman. Officer, you guys have been out here for about 43 hours. What have been the resources that you guys have used in this search?
Well, the Coast Guard has brought air assets from as far away as Clearwater, Florida, and we've also searched for some of our bigger cutters, small boats, helicopters. We've brought them all to bear here within about 3,000 square foot mile search area. We've searched those 3,000 square foot miles 30 times in 43 hours, and as of yet, we haven't seen anything of the missing man.
And we were, notified that you guys suspended the search. What were some of those factors that went into suspending this search?
Well, when the command looks to suspend a search, and keep in mind, it's never an easy decision, especially, when after meeting this young man's family and learning more about him, it's never an easy call to make. But we look at every aspect of this. We look at the environmental impacts it would have on his body, what kind of search and rescue, safety gear he would have aboard. And then just what his knowledge of the water is, what his experience is.
And have there been factors in the past where even after a case was closed, the subject comes
Can you put
forward?
the super out?
There have been some instances
I just have a live super.
That's okay.
a case has been
I would rather have the
suspended.
super than not have
It doesn't happen too often, unfortunately.
Well, Officer Lehman, thank you very much. And as we continue to learn more, we will keep you posted on our website, counton2.com. We will also have more for you coming up at News 2 at 6. Reporting in downtown Charleston, Colby Thielen, News 2.
Video's up.
Right,
Colby's clear. Thank you, Colby.
With that family tonight. Other breaking news we are following. Mount Pleasant police are searching for this man, Daryl Evans, in connection to a shooting that happened last Wednesday. Evans is wanted for attempted murder and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. The investigation revealed the shooting was not random and the victim the intended target. Police say he should be considered armed and dangerous. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number 843-554-1111.
The Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office has located the body of a missing woman. 26-year-old Taisha Williams was seen last Friday. She was found in an empty house on Whitaker Street in Orangeburg. Police have identified and detained a person of interest in her disappearance. 33-year-old Robert Randolph Jr. has not been charged, but investigators say charges are possible.
A child is dead after a car accident at an intersection in Hughie Sunday. It happened at the intersection of Highway 41 and Charity Church Road. Troopers say the driver of a pickup truck disregarded a stop sign and T-boned another car. 5-year-old Jordan Birch was riding, restrained in the backseat of that car. The coroner says Birch was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver and another child passenger in the car were taken to the Medical University Hospital for treatment. Both were wearing seatbelts. That accident is still being investigated by the South Carolina Highway Patrol and the Berkeley County's Coroner's Office.
Somerville police continue their search for a man who led them on a dangerous chase. And now the suspect, Wolfie Johnson, has changed his appearance. I want you to take a look at the transformation. Somerville police say Johnson is in hiding. Police say he also tried to kill an officer back in June. Police released this photo to News 2 investigator Rebecca Collette today. She is in Somerville with the latest on the manhunt and this never-before-seen dashcam video of the chase.
Good evening. That dashcam video is really hard to believe and hard to describe until you're looking at it. So take a look. The video starts with a chase through the residential area of Somerville. Then the driver slams into an SUV. You can see the video of the car just spinning around. With a gun drawn, police order the passengers out of the car.
Yeah.
You can see them here on the ground. Then one by
It
one,
does say that.
coming out from the
Wait,
wreckage.
that
Eventually,
breaking
police
news
approach the car
screen
to
says
remove
News
a
13
young child still
on the
in the
video.
car seat. The man driving this getaway car got away.
We got a call, a man with a gun, possibly a man with a gun, and then he rams one of our police cars. Clearly, this person is a danger to society, so I mean, clearly we want to put this person behind bars.
The other passengers were questioned at the
30
scene, but
seconds.
later released and aren't facing any charges at this time. The people in the car that were hit were treated and are expected to be okay. People who live along that road reached out to us because they were concerned about their safety and the communication here at the Somerville Police Department. So I took their concerns right here to get some answers. I'll have that portion of my story coming up for you tonight on News 2 at 6 o'clock. I'm in Somerville tonight. Rebecca Collette, News 2.
Full screen's up.
We are learning more about a Sunday morning crash that involved a Mount Pleasant police cruiser. Police say it happened on the Ravenel Bridge at around 1:15 in the morning. They say the officers were responding to a crash near the Meeting Street exit. Shortly after, officers say the driver of a white car side-swapped the patrol cruiser. The driver of that car continued to drive until they reached the exit for I-26. That officer was not injured, and the driver, Ronald Walker, was arrested for driving under the influence. He was released on bond.
One's up.
A shooting last night in Hanahan ended with 3 people being shot and taken to the hospital. News 2's Raymond Owens talked with people in the community to get their reaction to this horrible reality of what happened near their home.
Match up.
Wow.
Hey guys.
Jacob Lee is reacting to news of a shooting at Colony Square apartment complex, which is across the street from the apartment he shares with his wife and kids. Sunday night at around 9:30, a shooting took place in building number 5 at Colony Square. When police arrived, one person was at the apartment building with a gunshot wound. A second gunshot victim was discovered at a nearby apartment complex. North Charleston police contacted Hanahan to let them know a man with a gunshot wound was at Sunoco gas station at the corner of Rivers and Remount. Officials believe this third victim was also shot at the Colony Square apartment.
Right, it's very concerning. I mean, you've seen it.
Names in.
It just seems to be a pattern
Names
that's
out.
happened over the past few
My camera
months
two,
in
then
Tri County as a whole. That this violence is affecting everybody.
Lee says he can't believe a shooting like this happened just across the street from where he
He
lives.
says.
It's just terrible that, you know, my kids play right here and people are getting shot right there.
He said this news causes concerns about safety.
Makes me feel a little unsafer now, and I'll be more cautious with my kids outside. And it's just a terrible thing to do.
Chief Turner tells us
We are considering this an isolated incident, and
Police chief
the area
says.
where it happened is a relatively safe.
Stand by camera 2.
place.
one man in the apartment, Joseph Howard, was arrested on marijuana, cocaine, drug paraphernalia, and gun charges, as well as a charge of unlawful conduct towards a child. Police are not releasing many more details other than that.
Just the
20 seconds left.
blatant
Back.
disregard for human life and the
Stand by
decisions these
camera 2.
people are making, it's senseless.
Hanahan police are still investigating this crime, trying to figure out exactly what happened. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers
Stand by camera
at
2.
554-1111. In Hanahan, I'm Raymond Owens, News 2.
Two's up. Thank you, Raymond.
All right, what a start to our work and school week. A sunny day, but still very windy out there.
Yeah, and warmed up a little bit from the weekend. A little chilly out there Sunday morning. Rob, how goes it tonight?
Yeah, yesterday's high was 61. We were already in the low to middle 60s by about 10 o'clock this morning, so already blew that away. Now, as far as what's going on right now, we see kind of a mix of late-day sunshine and some clouds, but you see what's coming in. The rain, as advertised, is on the way. Looks like we'll be dry through the night, and then the rain chances will ramp up as we get into your Tuesday. Even some thunderstorms into the mix. But if you're out and about for tonight, 73 degrees by 6 o'clock. Generally partly cloudy, becoming more mostly cloudy later on. The temperatures will be mild. By midnight, we'll see temps in the low 60s. By tomorrow morning, we're in the upper 50s to low 60s. Folly Beach at 63. Same over on the Isle of Palms. Elsewhere, 55 King Street, 60 in Walterboro. Also 60 over towards Goose Creek. Could see an isolated shower by morning time. The bulk of the rain, though, happening into the afternoon. Right now, feeling pretty good out there. 74 Orangeburg and Walterboro. North Charleston 70. 70 on Sullivan's Island. 71 in Mount Pleasant. It was warm today. A cold front coming through. Does that mean colder weather on the other side? I've got the 7-day forecast for the answer in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rob.
All right, thank you, Rob. Remember, you can stay on top of weather and news 24 hours a day by downloading our app for your smartphone or tablet. Just search WCBD in the App Store.
Freeze up.
The Charleston County School Board has been in and out of committee meetings all day, leading up to a budget discussion that's happening right now. The board is currently in the Audit and Finance Committee meeting, where they will continue to address budget concerns within the Charleston County School District. Mrs. Macy McCall is in that meeting and will have a report update tonight at 6 o'clock.
Literally while she was reading
To improve the teacher shortage the state is experiencing in rural districts, incentives are being considered for college graduates. Instructors would have to agree to teach 8 years in those schools, and they could get up to $30,000 of their student loan debt erased.
Wow.
The state's current program raises up to $20,000 for graduates, but it does not require teaching in a rural school. However, since 2013, the state has not had enough applicants to get the allotted funds. In South Carolina, colleges graduate 2,000 fewer teachers than needed.
News 2 at 5 is just
Video's
getting
up to you.
A Senate subcommittee will hear more on the so-called freshman bill this week, but today opponents of that bill are talking about why the measure is a bad idea.
And right after the break, a group of bicyclists are rallying in support of a bike lane on the Ashland Bridge. Why they want to see a bike lane become reality sooner than expected.
All right, let's get going on a Monday afternoon. Whether you're in a car or on a bike, here's what you've got to deal with this afternoon. And again, not too bad right now on the Don Holt Bridge, which typically we see a pretty good backup, but 526 is moving nicely. Over the river, going to slow down a little bit. But then as we get to the merge, it looks like it's much better than normal. Ravenel Bridge really clear for this time. We'll wait and see if that hangs for the next 30 minutes or so. Usually backs up about this time. Down on the peninsula, not bad at all. And heading out on Savannah Highway, out towards 526 and Sam Bridgewater Boulevard, it is going to be slow go, stop and go at all the different lanes. So your drive time is not too bad. 25 minutes downtown to the Somerville exit, 20 minutes to the 52 connector, 25 minutes Mount Pleasant to West Ashland, heading westbound on 526. Good volume right now, mile marker 208, heading westbound on 926. Follow us on Twitter at Drive Time Alert. You're watching News 2 at 5.
Tell me where you want to get out. I'll show off this beautiful camera we have here. Look at that camera. That's a beautiful camera. Let me know when you want to get out.
Let's get out in 3, 2, 1.
Made it. Done. Great A block, everybody. Good job. Thank you. 3 minutes back. We have V1 and V2.